This is a 1 in a million game winner. This is a 1 in a million dump. This is a 1 in a million block. And these are 1 in a million NBA moments. And first, Paul George picked the worst time for a wedgie. Oh, George, this could tie it, oh. 2 of all times to get it, but 1 in a million can also be painful. Because Kyrie tore his ACL. Banging knees, knee to knee on the right leg, and then the left leg with plant. And still made 2 free throws. 2:35 left to the first quarter. But this next player took game winners to a whole another level, because the Pacers were down 3 with only 3.9 seconds left. When Tyrese Halliburton did this. But sometimes players look like amateurs. Like the time Killian Hayes made the worst jump shot in NBA history. Man, that shit was ass, but this next one was out for violence. Because Shaq blocked a shot straight to the television. Chapman comes in deep all the way. Shaq blocked it. Did it go hard on the white Pumas went out. But some NBA teams do the impossible. As the Bulls were down 5 with 12 seconds remaining, when we got to witness a 1 in a million and pass the Williams big shot for 3. Oh, he scored. Diddy the steal right for the lead. Straight to the top. What is it in to take the lead? Those are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left for the win. I don't know which was better, the ending or the announcers, but what I do know is that Jason Tatum made the craziest move this NBA season because he turned into Ronaldo in the middle of the game. Threw it right to Tatum with a head of steam behind the back. Oh yeah, keep it assist. How about that for vision? Ain't no way the rest watched that and still allowed it. But pay attention to Click Capella on this play, because he's about to make a steal without looking corner. There's nowhere to go with that. Hold on. Put the right hand that was unbelievable. But this next moment is 1 in a billion. Because Victor Wembanyama made a block without jumping over and around. There's no way he's real, and neither is Nikola Jokic. Because his 1 in a million moments set the record for the fastest foul ever, and we're set. But look, some NBA players do the unthinkable. Because Spencer Dinwiddie once scored in the most bizarre way possible. Tipped out again and up and in by Dinwiddie. 12 points for Dinwiddie, but Devontae Green took accidental buckets to the max. Because he had no idea what he was doing. The Bulls' Green got out of the passing lane though. Super tried to find him lose, oh my goodness, but look, next moment might be 1 in a billion. Because during the game between the Pistons and the Timberwolves, one fight ended up with 7 players being ejected. Man, oh, come on now, David's big-time brawl now in the front row. It's going to take a lot to break this up. You can't plan that craziness. Just ask Steph Curry, because he could even stop himself from throwing in 3s. Now who's going to go to the rim? It's Iguodala, it's a tip. He can't do that, but he threw it perfectly. If Iguodala could have got the mango on it. But look, someone in a million shots just don't look real. Because Robin Lopez took everyone to the circus. There is again, wow, Lopez, are you serious? How the hell did he even come up with that idea? But he wasn't the only one who went backwards. I mean, Scoot Henderson pulled up from half court without a clue what was going on. Gonna get a good shot from the back court. Out of the goal it goes, but if you think that was crazy, just watch as the Mavs completely lose their minds and start playing defense. On the wrong side, Dallas decided not to guard their own basket. I've never seen this in my life, but they weren't the only ones gifted free points. There was a Pacers player once lobbed the ball into his own net. The team finding Jimmy on their back to work out off the bat. Lowry to the fingertip and catch at Murphy and bam, actually hit Murphy's hand. But this next moment took creativity to a whole new level, because Ja Morant pulled off the unbelievable while on his ass. Morant trying to feed it ball to the floor, job from the seat of his pants. Holy cow, you gotta be kidding me. God did them dirty, and Lucas, knows all about that, because he started stripping in the middle of a free throw. Favors to the free throw line, he was making them drop. But look, we need to talk about one of the calmest and nicest guy the league has ever seen. See, this is Steven Adams, and it gets the Suns. He completely lost his cool. He's trying to get water. Dylan Green just turned around, knocked it down, and now Pulley and Adams get locked up with one another. Of the last guy you need, he takes it down, until he ends up on top of Steven Adams. Like a sumo wrestling match out there. But we have to talk about the time. 4 points were split between two players, because Isaiah Thomas found his own teammate and got an extra point. The lid is on Hariza and he's found and won. This next moment is so unbelievable. It only happened once in NBA history. In 2014, the Los Angeles Lakers had a limited roster due to injuries. And during a game between the Cleveland Cavaliers, Robert Sakura committed his 6th personal foul. But instead of getting fouled out, he was allowed to stay on the court. Gets behind Wes Johnson, Shaq Ray. Oh, Shaq Ray's fouled out. So now we've hit that situation. Shaq Ray is out. Farbar is not available. Kaman has fouled out. Yeah, the Lakers had no substitutions left. And according to NBA rulebook, a team cannot be reduced to fewer than 5 players. That will probably never happen again. And the same could be said for Nikola Jokic, because he became the first player in NBA history to drop a 30-20. 20 game there, if they score here, and they will Jokic with assist number 20. The first ever 30-20 game in the history of the NBA. Jokic is pulling off 1 in a million moments on the daily. But what if I told you a team fresh off a championship lost to a team that wasn't even in the NBA? See, the Los Angeles Lakers were back-to-back NBA champion. But in the 2010-11 preseason, the legendary Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, and Phil Jackson ran into an unexpected problem. See Barcelona, yeah. This was supposed to be a showcase for Paul Gasol against his hometown club, but Barcelona wanted blood. See, Barca played like this was their own NBA final. The Lakers were just looking like it was a warm-up throw. Dropped 25 points and tore the Lakers up in shreds. Howe put up a solid effort, but Kobe was still recovering from knee surgery and was looking like an average Joe. And the Lakers were outworked, out-hustled and outplayed 92-88. Lakers 12-4 with time winding down. Kobe off the mark, and for only the 5th time since 2005, the European team knocks off an NBA squad in the preseason. Barcelona proved that the European teams could go toe-to-toe. NBA giants, now most NBA players get strapped up before a game. But Contavious Caldwell-Pope strapped up an ankle monitor. In 2017, KCP found himself running around the court as a criminal like it was a GTA side mission. Because after he violated his probation for a DUI charge, KCP was sentenced to 25 days in jail. Most civilians would have to take the sentence to the chest, but his NBA access got him some special perks. The judge gave him a work release program, meaning he could still play games as long as they were in California. So, while Lakers teammates were flying around the country for road trips, KCP was locked up in a facility after games, only allowed out for practice and home matchups. And if that wasn't wild enough, he had to wear the ankle monitor while playing. But instead of letting it break him, KCP hooped through the madness. He wasn't the only NBA criminal pulling off the ridiculous. See, after winning an NBA championship with the Celtics, Glenn Big Baby Davis found himself in the news for all the wrong reasons, as he was arrested for drug trafficking. After police found 126 grams of weed, $92,000 in cash, and a ledger in his hotel room. Yeah, my man was trapping, but instead of laying low, Big Baby doubled down these days later. He hopped on Instagram, chilling on a private jet, and flex with food. Big Baby man, don't believe I asked you on the internet. I will have my day in court. They just mad, cause the black man got money, man might be legal, man. A lot of jump shots, a whole lot of jump shots. Popeye chicken, bro. This man got caught trafficking and flexed on the feds with a bucket of fried chicken. Unfortunately for Big Baby, situation only got worse because in 2021, he was indicted alongside several ex-NBA players. For scamming the league's healthcare plan, he needed to go Mia, like Derrick Rose when he went missing in the middle of the season. 1 minute Derrick Rose was on the court. The next, he was gone back in the 2016-17 season. Rose was playing for the Knicks, trying to revive his career after years of brutal injuries. But in January 2017, just hours before a game against the Pelicans, he straight up disappeared. No call, no text, no explanation, just vanished. The Knicks had no clue where he was. Coaches, his teammates, even his close friends. Nobody could reach him at one point. New York's front office was so desperate, they even sent people to his apartment to check on him. But there was no sign of D. Rose. Finally, after hours of confusion, Rose appeared the next day, revealing that he had flown back to Chicago for a family emergency. "Why didn't you call the Knicks? Start to tell him you wouldn't be at the game." I just had to get to my family." He later admitted he needed time to clear his mind and seriously consider walking away from the game for good. Luckily, he returned to the team. The damage was done. Heroes didn't cross up defenders that season. He crossed up the entire Knicks organization. But the last moment on our list can never be done again, because LeBron almost whooped Stephen A. Smith's ass for his son now. LeBron looked like he used all the go, influence to make his son a Laker. And once Bronny finally played some meaningful minutes on the court, even A didn't hold back. "We all see what's happening with your son right now. It's kind of hard to watch why the face or the hand or the everything that's happening. I'm really trying to be as respectful as I possibly can be. Towards LeBron James, I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this, stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. Now these comments went under the rug for weeks. But once Stephen A showed up to the Lakers game, Bronny was all in his feelings. So in the middle of a third quarter timeout, Bron unleashed smoke that set the internet on fire. Even they went toe-to-toe with Brian. So he had to go on TV and clear the air. I didn't have any intentions on talking about it, until I woke up that morning and saw that the shit had gone viral. Once the shit are going viral, the boss is at ESPN. "I know you got to talk about this as you and him. You got to talk about it." I said, "Fine. There's a moment in the game that we want to address." That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly I might add, to confront me about making sure that, I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent, that was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry, or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man, and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him, and I would have had a conversation man to man, but that is not what he elected to do. This moment had everyone debating. Even Brown's former teammate, Richard Jefferson, knew the situation was ugly. Brian has no boundaries when it comes to being a father. Now Smith kept it professional on first date, but when he went on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, he let all his emotions come out. "You said you fucking with my son." "No, I wasn't. Let's talk about you." "Talking about you, what about your son? I know he's number 55. I know he got work to do. I believe that he got potential. I believe that he got the potential to go pro. I truly believe that's going to be tough, but I think he can pull it off. And by the way, a root form ain't rooting against nobody. I thought about your ass, you. You did this. You don't want to had us as reporters. As a league, as an NBA franchise, all of us gotta sit back and be quiet and capitulate to your shit. Come on, now you did that. This beef really is 1 in a million.